Okay, I'm back again. The internet just went, so I was offline for I have no idea how long. But guess what? I got no. The example was not so good for making a timer specifically. Um, yeah, that kind of sucked, but it's fine. I just checked. There was a comment left by somebody on my old one. Where the fuck do you see the live chat? How can't you see the live chat anymore? No. He asked if I was new to computer graphics, and the answer is, when it comes to low-level stuff, yes, I am. I've tried many times before, not been so successful, but, you know what? I wanted to try something out, so, yeah. The alternative is to use something like two system timers, but yeah. Again, there's like, really, why would I do this? It's like, I don't want to get seconds, I want to get like milliseconds. But yeah. Doesn't look like there's an easy way of doing that right now. And this timer looks, from what I can tell, seems to be but yeah, anyways, this would be a extremely simple clock if I could actually compile it. Well, it returns a duration, and I don't know how to extract the integer from that duration, or a double from that. I think something like this could work. We could get it as that. Okay, so what we can do, now that my internet is back, is that, give me a second. So we have the current solution. It's not so good, but we should be able to use this. So instead what we can do is that when we get to the duration part, we should just be able to cast the this is the fsec would be the duration, so this is the duration, and then we can use the duration cast, so we can go milliseconds. D is equal to a as then we can pass through f as would be the duration. And this should get this back as milliseconds. So, and then we can return like in milliseconds, and then we can return milliseconds instead. And this can be returned as, which will return it in milliseconds, which I assume would work out a little better this time. When it comes to comparing it still cannot be compared? Why? I mean, it's a double, but we could change it to a float, but that shouldn't make a difference, really. Problem is that, the problem is Chrono is so fucking garbage, man. I mean, I wonder who decided to make such a complicated library. I barely understand what's going on. Like, barely. I guess there's the, like, what does that, or whatever do? It returns a long. I assume that would make it comparable in some way. Finally, something that can actually be compared to something. I assume count returns that. The count of it, but we can just anyways, yeah, double, so anyways, yeah, it sucks only having one screen because I can't keep track of comments while writing code. It's very annoying, but currently I only have one, so I can't read comments at the same time. In theory, I could get my laptop up and use it, but it's not usually worth it. Especially considering the fucking battery drains really fast on it, so let's just see, like, time to see what this actually does. Okay, it just seems to increase. So it does seem to do kind of what we want to do, so I guess that's a good thing. Let's see. Frames is equal to 0, and then we will go get the time. Okay. That should get it in milliseconds. And then of course we want to reset the timer as well, so go stop. I don't know how you start a timer here. That's the problem, so yeah. Is equal to, like, the problem is there's no way of actually getting the timer right now. I mean, you could just reset the timer, I guess. They call it reset and then go. This should reset it. As this will restart the timer. But that would mean that we would have to reset it. That would also mean that we would be able to do it every 2. So it doesn't run so frequently. Okay, the answer. So I don't actually think it works, but well, it was worth a try. I wasn't expecting me to be able to get that far, but man, in Python, it is very simple to create a timer. Remove, delete. I don't need it. I'll look into it later. But you know what? Creating a frame rate counter, not easy. But nothing is ever easy in C++. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that we need to implement some way of getting a delta time into our code. This is a great article for that, so I'll write it down as something that I'll take a look at later. So we can go, not Discord. But instead, I think I will write down it in where did I write down the old stuff? Here we go, to do delta time. There. This is a very good guide on how to do so. So once we need to implement delta time, we can go do that here. It goes over how exactly to implement it. So yeah, and it's quite nice. So once we get around to having to write delta time, we can use this right here. But for the time being, let's just get back to what we were doing before, which was working our way towards textures. So I'm literally gonna go open up Paint and just create a simple texture. How do I change the right click? Nothing happens when right click. Down here, it's right there. I can't change it with you. What? Why doesn't this work? Resize, there we go. Let's just make it 500 by 500, okay. Well, this is not 500 by 500. Don't save, let's edit with Paint 3D, it's a lot better than this. Don't save. Canvas 500 by 500. Easy. No problem. Then I'll go in and I will we need thickness needs to be high, and I'll just go create like a simple 3D texture that we can use for this. Very simple. So here we have a little simple texture that I'll just save to what's my project? Was Cubic Engine. We'll just save it here. Call it save as to the PNG. Call it what does it save it as a bitmap? I guess I'll just change it to be text.png. So we got a texture now, and what we'll do is that we'll need to map it like this. So as a triangle, and then we'll need to wrap it around. Now this is something I've never done before, so what I'll go and do is that we'll create a new class, call it texture, and it will handle textures and stuff. So go up here. Texture, and what we'll have inside here is a public, and then we'll probably need the we'll need a vector. And so when we define this should be a flip, and then we will go and we will go texture, and we would require a actually we should not be defining stuff like this here. We should go like that. But we'll need a and that would be it. And then we would need to do some wrapping and so on using this. So yeah. We can go over map maps later on, but for the time being, we need to do this. Each of okay, so assume that handles the X, Y, and Z axes. But in this case, we're only interested in the X and Y axes. So once we do this, we'll go. Actually, we'll go copy this. Just go. Where would this be in this case? It would be main. Okay. Texture. Where did we get it? No, we don't. Texture. We need to go to texture. And then the it's meant to be called tabs. But let me fix that. So go. We will probably need them later on, so I'll just go text quotes equal to text quotes back, and then go. After this, we would need to go and do these two. Why did it go all the way up to the bottom? So what we'll need to do here is that we'll need to pass some texture parameters. GL texture 2D, about how to wrap it around. However, it doesn't look like there's any way of like connecting them. No. Texture filtering, loading and creating textures. Here we go. Now we get to loading it. image loading library. Great. Let's go down with this. No, it's in the public domain. So this is it right here. Oh, it's still being developed. What's this over the psychologist out of the car? Let's sip. Open it up, then I'll go drag it into a project. STP, and inside here we'll just go, I assume we just need to include these and the license. And that should do that for us. Was it deprecated? Data doesn't look like to contain anything. Please image resize test dot. So we'll just be using that right here. So let's see. This will handle that. Alright, and we need to specify here what type of like Peter, what do you want? Let's go comma GLN program. We'll just go text the type and we'll pass it through here. Anyways, let's go back and let's go and sit here and let's go comma so it matches up again. Yeah, there. Let's go and include what would we need to include this. No, don't. Let's see. There we go. It's because it is it's instead of stp slash. Why isn't it there? It is right there. Why can't you open it? It's within the include folder, so it's kind of weird that you can't open it, but stb slash stb image, it's right here, the header file's right there. What happens if we comment out this piece of code? Are you then able to find it? No? Come on, why can't you find it? It's literally right here. I can't import it, so that's amazing. So, it won't actually work. This just needs to get up behind this. I assume the other stuff is not necessary, right? So we just need the image. I mean, we can really quickly check, right? Oh, I forgot to include in the file, that's why. Yeah, it seems to be standalone, so it doesn't need anything else. Right. We just go delete the other files then. And then let's just go drag this up as a header file. Now, yeah, now it can find it. There we go. Well, yeah, okay, I know. At least that's the only error that we'll see. That's nice. Oh, that should be it though. Oh, there we go. Damn it, mobile DOS. STV. Oh no. Oh no. More link errors. Why? What? Let's see, sometimes there's a weird way that you have to implement this. Where's the source code? Let's go to the bottom. Okay, so we just included what OpenGL and so on. That would be right here, so that's a good place to include it. STB, and that's it. You includes the name of STB, and that's it. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing wrong right here. So why it's not loading is a good question, but let's see what. It's true, rebuilding. Sometimes rebuilding works. Okay. It seems to already be defined. Let's go look up this link error. That's the only way to fix it. But the problem is I don't have that. These are not already defined. What do you mean? Let's go do some research on this. Oh, we can't put it in a header file. Shit. Let's just remove it. Should work, right? Yeah, it works. Alright, solution, just remove it because we can't put it in a header file. Inherently, that's why only one source file can see define if you put it in a header. Many do. Okay, so we can't put it in a header file, meaning we probably shouldn't put it there. I guess we could put it in the source file though. That would be valid, right? So like, I don't exactly know why it wants me to do this, but let's try this. Yeah, that works fine. Okay. We might have to remove this. I'm just gonna write that note, just in case, because it caused issues for me before. Let's see. So now that we got the library imported, we can start working on stuff. Alright. We need the height and the in our channels. Height and width makes sense. So yeah. I don't know how many color channels it has. Why? So we need to generate the data. Okay. This is how we generate, but I don't know how many color channels it has. And this one does not show how you can get the color channels of it. Oh, wait. It passes a reference. I assume this means that it will automatically set them. Right. I think I know how references work. So in this case, we might need to use some pathing to get to the location of it. So if we could find the location of main.cpp, then we could get access to the image as well, the text.png. So let's just go in here, cubic. It's cubic.h. We need a couple of private variables. Let's see. So inside here we need let's see, damn it. Right, we need this, and then once we get around to an unsigned shard that for the time being I'm just gonna leave empty. Guess we could set it equal to null pointer for the time being until we get something better to set it to. These are all these up here equal to 0. But then once we create the texture, we'll go and sit here and we'll set them all equal to something. After we've done this, we'll go with height and number of channels and 0. I don't know what 0 does, but the side channels, I guess that does not matter for us right now. Generating the texture. Alright. So here comes the important part when we actually generate the texture. Texture. I guess we should probably have this be an unsigned ID of some sort. I guess we'll just specify tree. Alright, go over here. We'll need a public texture ID. And then we'll need to go back here, call this one text, oh, just text ID. I think that's fine. Good. And then we'll go to bind textures, we'll find it. Text ID. We will go. Okay, now we need to go use all of this to generate textures and so on. It took us all the way to the bottom. So this should handle its own stuff. Specifies. I'm just gonna make sure that everything works, okay? As long as things work properly, we should be good. Alright. So this handles OpenGL stuff, right? Alright. So now we can free the memory after this. We don't need it anymore. So first we specify the okay, so after we have created them, we specify some information about them here, which is after we've bound it. So right here, texture, and that's all of this. Oh wait, we can use if data. So once, oh wait, we first do all of this and then we load the data. Alright. It's just fine. So after doing all of that, we can go and actually create the data. And after this, we'll go GL text image 2D. And we can just call it loaded text, which is equal to this. It should be a what? There we go. Then go here. Load what? Oh shit, they created their own stuff, didn't they? Well, I guess we'll have to use. Let's go see what that was called. I forgot. VIUC, because I guess using a alternative does not work. But then if loaded text, then go do this. I mean, in theory, we could also just do then go get something like this, failed to load texture. Actually, we might want to just create the texture here and then have a separate function for loading it. So this creates the texture, then we'll have a separate function that actually loads the texture. So then we'll have like texture dash dash load, and this will handle all of this. But I will have to create the function over here. So int load, and this will load the texture. So go back here, go int. And return -1 if this fails, and return 0 if it succeeds. Then afterwards go this, I guess, and that's it. No. Now we also need to store information about the texture data. At least we're dealing with 2D textures so far, so it's not so much, it's too extra. I mean, oh my god, how do you even use a sample of 2D to sample the texture? Oh, let's see. Oh wow, we gotta bind the texture as well, so we might as well just I mean, it is a texture, so we should have some functions for binding as well. What do you mean this is not valid? It seems quite valid to me. Always initialize the member variable. They're meant to not be initialized though. It's the whole idea with them. So yeah, anyways, it doesn't matter. We should also have some void texture, void bind texture dash bind. No, that's not dashes. Void unbind. Just so we have these. Let's see, this should unbind, this should bind it, which just includes copying. this and grabbing the text ID, and this one just requires passing through. Then we go create some void bind, void unbind, and there we go with that. That should handle binding and unbinding the texture at least. So yeah. The texture data. Good. And I think we're good now. Now we can continue working towards writing this code. Although we might as well just try to see if it even wants to execute. We don't need to load textures right now, but it would be cool to give it a try to see if this would work properly. Cubic man. So when we create a first one here, we want to also just go and create the textures. So what we can do is we can create a new texture. We need a texture like that. So since this is triangle, we can use the I'm gonna write that note down because it might become important later. Right. Then we need to actually upload the texture, so we need a texture. We'll need to pass through the text chords, and then the render texture underscore. What types are there? There's the repeat clamp to border. There we go. So let's just go text load. Luckily loading does not take any parameters, but we do need to check if it exceeds. If text load is equal to -1, then go return -1, call it a day. That way we ensure that the texture at least loaded. Oh wait, whether we specified the name of it. So load, we want to what does this require? It requires a child. Let's say file, and we will pass it through here. File name, and then we will go copy this right there, go over to cubic. No comments, it seems. Alright. But then after this, what I want to go and do is want to go in is that we can now try it out, and we'll actually go text.png. I might not work with PNG files, although I'm certain that it does not matter really. Okay, it successfully loaded the texture at least, so that's good. The texture loaded, so far our code seems to be working, which is nice. Meaning we can continue to the next step where we'll need to start doing other things. There's of course blurring and so on, if we want to do so. It wouldn't be too difficult to just bind the texture. And actually what we go here, when we go bind it, then we can go say like, I assume that you can just bind the texture again and pass through some parameters again if you wanted to. But so far, I don't think we really care too much about this. So we'll come back to blurring images and so on later. But for the time being, we're here now. At least it successfully loaded the texture, so that's good. No errors so far. So now we need to go with the texture quads. Now, in this case, we don't have colors to be worried about, so I'm just gonna copy these. Let's see. Or texture quads for I think this one is for the, which one of these is the, wait a minute, oh, they're both triangles, they just both offset. I think the second one is the one that we want to replace though. So again, if we go like, I think these are the texture quads, right? The ones from up here. These are the texture quads, it seems. And where we want to apply them to a box. So in this case, we're not dealing with a box, but a triangle. And we just need to specify what on the triangle that we want to position them right. So I assume that's pretty straightforward. I mean, can't we just duplicate this again? Or that might not actually work. Because again, this is, or is it this one? If we were to do a triangle, we would want to specify where the texture should start and stop. So in this case, it's referring to the corners. So on the triangle, they would be the same, right? Meaning it wouldn't really matter that much what I did. Well, I hope this works. Let's see. So I don't actually know which triangle I'm modifying right now. But what we need to do now is go grab this right here. And in this case, we don't have to skip more than 3 ahead, so that's good. Because we don't actually have textures to deal with. So, yeah. Let's see, we create the, in this case it's the second one, so it would be passed right here. Oh, yeah. So here we want a second one. In this case, there's now 5, and we would need to skip 3 ahead. But yeah, we only need 2, and this is referring to the first one that we're now talking about. So let me go up to the code right here. We need to modify it now. Layout. One, and then for the text quad we need to go right here. and all text quad should be equal to a text quad. There we go. Down here we need to take in text quad. And then flag color should be equal to, oh no, they both don't use textures, meaning we need to remove one of them so it doesn't try to compile it. It would be a nightmare having to deal with that, so really quickly I'm just gonna comment out the first one, just so we can figure out this right now. There we go. Right now we only need the second one to really render, so yeah, because it's the only one that has the texture right now. So yeah, and afterwards we need to set it equal to this instead, and we should be good. No, not that one, this one. Or texture, oh yeah, uniform sample. We need a uniform up here. Actually, it should be below. And after this, we just need to find the texture. Oh yeah, we should also look if you just go make sure it does not draw the second one, because this would be invalid now. And color is still there, so yeah. Although now it is a uniform sampler 2D, which I have no clue how you set. But I assume it doesn't matter really. I mean, oh yeah, we already gave it the information it needed, so it's unnecessary to do much. We should make sure we bind the texture that we are using before we draw anything. Text ID. Okay, in this case it's not actually working. Unable to get uniform location color. Let's just black that out as well. Fix itself. So in this case nothing is being displayed at all. But as the tutorial mentions, it's probably not our code that's broken. It's just that it could be that we need to attach texture units to each sample uniform. So likely our code still works. I mean, we've got no errors, so it probably works. Actually, it might be because we need to, I know why it might be causing issues. It's because here we need to specify if it's RGBA or, so we can add like a custom, like a bool call is RGBA. Very simple. So in this case, if actually we could just do like RGB type. Go like it's probably like a GLN, to be honest with GLN. Color type, and let's see what type it is actually. Yeah, GLN. Let's pass for color type. And color type should just go for the type of color that we're dealing with. Cubic, like that. And in main, we now need to specify what type of color that we're dealing with, which in this case would be GL_GPA. Let's try running it again. Alright, still nothing, but it's probably not a code that's broken, really. So yeah, we can bind multiple textures. GL active texture. Alright, we'll need to set the active texture, that's why. So what does this do actually? Yeah, we need to assign the texture unit. That's what we do now. Alright, we need to activate the texture unit, and then afterwards we can bind it. So I assume that when we go to render this, we'll need to activate it. Yeah. So before we bind it, we bind the texture units as well. It's an easy fix though. It's not much of a difficult thing to do. So when we go up here where we bind it, before we'll go active unit GL texture 0. And that should bind it to the bind. And how many of these are there? Texture. There's up to like fucking 31. Shit. Texture 0. I mean, we don't need to bind it here necessarily. Just that we do it somewhere. That's all that really matters, but we'll bind it here as well. Then we'll go in main and we will go. Before we do everything, we want to go add this would be a what, like GL into what? I don't know. Well, let's go into here. Let's go void texture, active texture, and just go GL active texture, and then we'll go see what does it take. GL enum, and then we'll just go here. And we'll go what? GL enum GL text. Let me go copy this, and we'll go. At least this is a straightforward thing, so yeah. And then all will pass with this GL text. And we're good. This will create the active texture, and then we can go back in instead of binding it manually, we can just go text dot bind and then go text dot active texture, and we can just go gel underscore texture 0. Okay, it's still not working, but I have my theories for why. Maybe if we were to instead copy the code from here, so copy this right here. We don't really care about the colors right now, they're not important to us. We might as well go grab the indices too. Then go back here, this is for texture, but this is kind of unnecessary. I mean, oh wait, this is what we need to use for the triangle layer. So in reality, couldn't we technically render something onto the triangle with that? Go 0, 0, 1, 0.5. Nope, nothing. Well, in that case, I guess we'll just do the easiest solution. Just gonna go grab this, but without the colors because they're not necessary here. We only need this. There we go. And then we can just pass through the indices as well. Into or EVO right here. Vertices 2. It's still valid, it's still called, oh. This is actually called vertices 2. std vector, there we go. And now we go, right, that's how it looks. Let's see. Yeah, we go call that, then we go attach it to texture unit, and then we go bind it. Alright, we need to say it to use a shader program after that. Like that. Unit. And after this, I think we're really done. So let's see. I don't think we have anything left to do really, other than to just run the code. Oh yeah, we got the EBO. We will have to attach the EBO again. Now that we have that, so go EBO is equal to EBO, and let's see, what do we need? The indices. There we go. Well, an EBO does take indices though. Yeah, and what's wrong with that? Oh, I see. Yeah. std vector. There we go. Great. So the thing is still not being displayed. Oh, it's what? So it's still black. I'm interested in how we model the texture data. I assume that if we ignore the texture data, it would be fine, right? I mean, these texture chords, we never ended up using them anyways, so I don't exactly know why we have them. Unless we ended up just putting them elsewhere. But hey, we got something. It's just not exactly what we needed. Well, I mean, at least it's rendering something. Right. Let's go and see texture. So, something is wrong. I don't know what it is, but something is wrong with the texture. So, at least it's rendering something. That's certainly better than before when it was rendering nothing. So clearly attaching an active texture, attaching a texture unit seems to have done something to it. So, yeah. It's just attaching the image does not seem to have worked so well. And it does not throw an error that it failed to load it. It should if it does not exist, right? It would throw an error like that. So I don't think that's the problem. Anyways, GL text image 2D. Exactly is causing the problem. That's a good question. I assume this would be unnecessary though, but I don't know. Maybe it is. Let's try to one. I'm just trying to go through reasons why it might not be working, but this does not actually work. So first of all, it's completely off, but we might be able to fix that. Anyways, let's go main. So the texture offset seems to be completely off. Let's go up here. Oh, they go from 0, 0 to 1. Okay, that does make it significantly more difficult to go write something. But since this is copied and pasted from the thing, it should work just fine. So, yeah. I don't inherently know what's wrong here, but I assume these are off in some way. So it's successfully loaded, meaning that we can at least tell that it loaded it. However, the texture code seems to be what's causing the problem. But still, even after that, it does not work, so... yeah, very confused about what's going on here, but let's see. both S and T. Then we got okay, here we go. Forgot to set this to a color type. Well, let's try again. No luck. But it's still rendering black, so it's rendering something, which is not what we wanted to render. Let's go look through the parameters here, because GL text image might be what's causing the problem. We already specified that. We already did this. Okay. What? We could try loading them as a JPEG. Maybe that'll work better. I don't know. Well, let's see what happens if we go down here. Oh, here we go. This is what we're missing. This is what we didn't want. But here we go. This is what we have to do. So we can do this outside or inside. It really does not matter. But there's one thing that we forgot to do, which is probably why it's so rendering. So down here, when we actually create it, and we oh, I see now. Should probably call VBO2.vertex. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. It would have bound by default to that, so it wouldn't have mattered. But still, let's see now. Oh, and also we forgot to attach the EBO. It is incredibly important we do that. It's still not gonna render though. But hey, I figured out what's wrong, so now we can fix it. So I will go shader program.use. When do we create our texture? Shader program.use text up. And after this we can use what? We should probably do this before we call draw. Then we'll go VBO2 dot, because this oh wait, this is within shader program, so it doesn't matter. Copy this. Shader program dot. In this case, we need to set uniform I, which in this case would be a bit more complicated. Let's go up to where we have the shader program. Here we go. And set uniform uniform sampler. If I'm not wrong, we would go inside and go call that really quickly. What kind of parameters we need to get the set it manually. GL get uniform location is what we need to go call. Right. Was or shares of you. Uniform sampler. This would be what shader we're talking about in this case. Or shader, I assume, refers to the shader program. So we can just pass through ID. Right. What is it called? Shader ID? Oh, it's called shader program. And then afterwards the texture they want to set it up as, which in this case I don't know what we would call, but let's see. It would be the what exactly? This would get the location, so we need the uniform name, and then its value, right? Yeah, which I assume would just be a GLN. Yeah, GLN value, and then we'll pass through uniform value and uniform name. Now, to make this easier, we will go and have this be, what does this return? I think it returns GLN, but it returns an int, so int loc is equal to. Afterwards we can pass through location. Then we can return 0 if things went correctly, and if is equal to -1, then go unable to find uniform. Just copy this. There we go. Easy. Go copy these two, and I think we're good now. There we go. This does mean that we now need to go dot set uniform sampler. And what we can go and do is go and we need to pass through the what exactly we want to set. I assume the texture, which if I go up here would be the texture that we named up here. So in this case it would be what? It would be uniform sampler. It's called all texture, so we want to get that all texture. And we want to set as 0 in this case. So we don't get an error from this. And after that we can have everything else that we would need. And it's still not working. Well, I don't know why, but I guess it's time to experiment around with the code. I could create a new project really quickly and then experiment around with the code to figure out what's wrong. Because the easiest way is just to duplicate a bunch of code and then yeah, do stuff with that. In reality though, I would love for this to just become 1, so I don't have to keep up all this stuff right here. And then just remove this. So we don't need so much stuff here that we don't really need. This we can keep around, but like there's so much stuff here that we don't really need. Scrap. And we're good now. I think that's it for now. Yeah. So it's not working. I can't quite tell why. It's successfully able to load the PNG file, but that's it. So, so yeah, it's interesting why it's unable to work, but yeah. I mean, I was kind of expecting it not to anyways. Usually things don't work when I try them for the first time, but you know what? I'll try to just copy the code from here to figure out if it's working or not. Which we can't really quickly just do. We can create a new file. Just go copy this. Then go create a new C file, new item. TCPP, go paste, and go remove these two. We don't need these two. And what do we process and put right there? And we do nothing else here. For this, we will just we'll just default back to our own. In this case, it would just be the file itself. So we don't have it inside of a different folder, so it would be text.png. Let's just go, when we load it, we just want to load this. Oh no, it created a new window. Fuck. How the fuck do Windows, how do I get out of this, this button? No. Seriously, I hate you, Windows. Get me back here. Okay, and this 0 stands for what exactly? Nothing important, probably. But, why doesn't this work? Share that we don't have on shares, so this is unnecessary. I mean, wouldn't take too much time to just remove this. Remove this callback right there. Then to just really quickly go when we have all shader, we can really quickly just go into all shader. Where is it? We start creating that second file. All shader. It's in the last tutorial. Then I'll just really quickly copy that as what shaders. Actually, might be at the top of the file. Yeah, here we go. This would be for all shader. So go copy and then go add new item. td.h, hit paste, save. And now just go import this. Serious, there we go. Include this would be under stb / and learn OpenGL. This would just be shape. This would in this case be a td.h. Why are you not able to include? And these two don't exist, so we don't need those. Let's try something else. Oh, I named it .cp, that's why it's .h. There we go. And that should be it. Launch. Actually it's going to throw an error, so we can't do that. Yeah, no. Remove that. Shader, why are you not able to load the shader? Inside here we clearly have a class that's shader, so I don't understand why you're not able to load the shader. Oh, this contains the file paths. Shit, there's a lot of things that I need to change first. First of all, we'll need to grab these two, and we'll need to put them up at the top here. So we got the vertex shader code. Shader source and the fragment shader source. Oh, wait a minute, it's probably used for the file name, meaning we would need to manually do all of that shader stuff. Cubic, that's shader program, we can just copy this locally, it's very easy. Domain. Oh, in this case we don't have these shaders actually, because we never had them built. Let's go up here, let's go copy this to make the fragment shader. And for the vertex shader, it would be right here. A lot of stuff that we need to rename, but that's fine. V shader, unsigned int V shader, V shader, V shader. I don't really care about the success. It shouldn't matter really. I already know that's going to be just successful anyway, so it doesn't matter. F shader. If we can remove this video. Let's now just become V shader. Don't care about this either. All vertices and so on. All of this can stay the same, really. Here, we can ignore this. We don't actually need this. So yeah. Oh. We forgot to set the texture filtering parameters. Cubic C. Shader program. They are meant to be set right here. Let's see. No, there's some warnings now. Why is this? File system is not a class or namespace. Well, yeah, give me a second, let me just go. And it's because it's building the program. Let's just go, let's go text up here. Actually, yeah, this part is the, no, it's not this part. That's not the one that we need. Go remove this. We only need one texture, so in reality, oh wait, it contains both. No, it contains one. Here we go. Once we get past this, we get past texture 1. Don't need more than that. Texture 1. Texture 1. Data is equal to the web height. All of these we can locally create. Like how it is in cubic.h. Let me just scroll down to where we have, yeah, the element just. Okay, let's see. I mean, if I continue file system, this should just be the text.png, and data should just be a what? Data is what? Non-signed shop pointer. Pointer. This is all shader. This should just be GL shader. GL use shader. GL use program. That's what it's called. Shader program. And this should just be shader program. Shader program. And this should just be we don't need to do that actually, we just need to do this video. Fixing the errors now. This is unnecessary. This should just be again GL use shader program video. And we're almost done now. Let's try rebuilding. Shader sources, stress. Shader sources, good one. One or more samples found. Main already defined main object. Okay, let's quickly just exclude main.cpp. Move, I don't want to delete it. Or do we have a cubic.cu, cubic.h? Move. Let's skip one. Let's don't. Oh, I see now. Great. Yeah. Doesn't this contain the shader class that we don't actually use? So we'll just. We can just delete this, can't we? And just go. Instead, go into t.cpp. Go hit paste. Go right click, remove, delete. We solved the external symbol. See, they're still here. Cubic 2, cubic. Well, in this case, it's a bit more difficult now because I now don't know what's going on anymore. Isn't it just STV load or whatever? I feel like it is, but on what line? It does not show me on what line. But oh, yeah, it is a function. I don't know why it's causing problems. The ist image is here, so it's not that. Go close. In main, this is main, but it's not unresolved. It is here though. So I don't know why it's causing problems. Here object with a symbol. Let's see. Oh yeah, right, I forgot this. I forgot to do this. There we go. Oh no. Oh, what? What happened? Unhandled exception. Reading location. Okay, what? I assume this is not good, but did I do something? Stop. It will go. We just passed before, I guess. That's a good idea. I wonder why I didn't get the error last time. Because I don't think it has a 4. There we go. Oh. Well, at least we know it's something to do with my code. And not anyone else's code. So now it's just the good old method of replace the fucking code until it works. In fact, this might be the reason why, but we can remove this for now. Then go back into here and go import cubic.cpp, include the header file as well, and then main.cpp. Well, I guess that's it for now. What we can do though is add it to that everything that we've written down so far into our documentation. So after we're done with the VO, we'll go class texture public. Do we even need this? I don't think so. I think it's kind of unnecessary to have that, right? why would it be in this case? Down. Yeah, here we go. I think this is unnecessary so far. Haven't seen why we would need that, so let's see. That's just a good thing that means the main. We don't need that. I would even move it from main, I think. Let's see if Peter might ask about that. Yeah, here we go. Just go there, deal with that right now. It also means that we can reduce the overall amount of arguments needed. And main will probably have an error now. Yeah, here we go. We don't need these. Never anywhere where we actually needed to use them, so why have them? Anyways. I mean, the simple solution to this is just to set them equal to 0, but it doesn't really matter that much if they are not. So instead we can just go straight to text public and text ID. Text. Then we have public void, I think, right? Public void, what do we then have? Then we have public texture. Which takes what arguments? So what does that exactly do? The texture one just, let's see, texture. That's all it does. Type. This is quite straightforward. If we go look, here we go. Let's go right here, I think. What did it do again? I do want to see something really quickly though. Nope. I can just go right click properties. Yeah, it's I just want to see something really quickly. When it came to here, we used what? GL repeat. Texture and GL repeat. Alright, we'll just use that then. Maybe that's the reason why it's not working. Let's now hit close. That's all I wanted to do. also do this. Try this. And that's it. Then afterwards we got public. What do we then have? After this we have int, and this requires what? Next we got what? Cubic H activate texture. So actually it's not called, just called activate. No, activate texture. Chill now. Tag chill text. You know, that's all it is. Actually, it's chill num text. Wait, and then after this, just go. And I think next up we got bind. And these are all, this one's public void, and this one actually has and then now we go on to bind. That's what it does, right? I should rename the texture class texture 2D, but that's what it does, right? Yeah, it binds it to texture 2D to drill underscore texture 2D. And then we go down to, that's it, right? Yeah, then we go down to the private ones. Okay, so these are all public voids. Public void private, and then we have what? We got the 4 ones with height and odd channels and data. I guess we could give a explanation for each of them does. And then we got private height. Got private and which would be the right, and our channels are the color channels, right? That's what the yeah, okay, and maybe I should put this like over here. Instead, I just think it would look a bit nice. Let's go with this. There we go, private, and this should be the final one, which is data. Okay. I forgot to specify these all integers. Int, and this one is a private, and it's a pointer, right? No, actually, it's an unsigned char. Is by default equal to a null pointer. And that's it. That marks the written stuff at least. Oh shit, that was a large fucking. That was a lot of text that we had to write down. Oh, I don't think it'll work, but we can give it another try. Yeah. I don't know what's causing this exactly. I'm trying to figure out what's causing it. Is it using the wrong vertices? Because if it is, that would explain why. But where do I see what vertices it's using? I mean, we can just delete these for now. Just to be the vertices. Yeah, no luck here. still seems to be broken. So somewhere along the process, something went wrong here. Oh, it's meant to say 5 here. That's why. Oh. And here, no, this is the offset. Oh, it's still not working. Hey, it's rendering half of the. It's rendering half of it correctly, so that is an improvement compared to before. So it's probably something wrong with this right here. Whatever it is, I have no idea, but something is wrong with these. Probably. Because it's not able to render the other one, but thank God I caught that. So in this case we have 3, 2, so that would be 5, 4 in total. The drawaway is set to draw the first and the amount that we should write, but that should not change, right? Go look at the code, scroll down to where you draw it. It uses draw. Oh, and then we gotta use draw elements because drawaways will only draw half of it. Elements, which requires how many arguments? The count, which is 6. Then afterwards the GL underscore size underscore int, and then afterwards the indices, which in this case would be 0. Now it should render the entire thing at least, so that's good. Okay, we're rendering it. Now it's just the texture that's broken. So hey, thank God we figured that out. Now it's just the texture that's broken. No idea what's causing the texture to not work, but oh, we're gonna figure that out soon. So, yeah. I guess that will be something that I'll have to look into. At least these should be correct now, and we fixed this over here, so yeah, whatever's causing the texture to not render is interesting, but we'll figure that out. Anyways, it's been about 2 hours now, so I think I'll leave it out here. I'll go figure it out at some point. So, yeah. I guess for the time being, I can use the T that I have right here as like a reference. So, yeah. To do. Square. And that's it. So I will quickly go commit this. Add all of them, commit, push. There we go. Great. Should now be pushed. So let me go check out that really quickly. Let's see. Refresh. T has been added. But yeah. That should be it, really. Oh yeah, I should probably update the README. It's able to function again. Did it end prematurely?